Catholics have a whole host of saints to choose from in times of immense trouble or anguish. There is Saint Rita, patroness of the impossible, Saint Dymphna, the patron of anxiety, and when all else fails, there is always the patron of the lost, who is none other than Saint Jude. The occasion of a 19th century Connecticut priest taking a step closer to sainthood has great significance for our pandemic time. Father Michael Joseph Mcgivney spent his entire priesthood in parish ministry and died of pneumonia on August 14, 1890, after falling ill amid a pandemic of his time. One can easily relate to Father Mcgivney on so many levels. He was young, he was rooted in service, he lived during a pandemic, and he ardently followed the path that the Lord set for him. Speaking after the Angelus prayer in St. Peter's Square on Sunday, the Pope Francis said, Mcgivney was an evangelizer who went to great lengths to assist to the needs of the poor, promoting charitable works. And Pope prayed in this way, may his example encourage all of us to witness to the gospel of charity. Father Michael Joseph Mcgivney was born to Irish immigrant parents, Patrick and Mary. He was the eldest of 13 children, 6 of whom died in infancy. His father worked as a molder in Waterbury, Connecticut, brass bell. Michael attended the local Waterbury district school but left at 13 age to work in the spoon-making department of one of the brass mills. The first child, Michael, with 4 living sisters and 2 brothers, learned early about sorrow and the harsh grip of poverty. In this way, he also learned about the powers of love and faith and family fortitude. When Michael reached the age of 16 in 1868, he left the factory first to join in St. Jacinta College, Quebec, Canada, later on to Our Lady of Angels Seminary in Niagara Falls for preparing himself for priesthood. Unfortunately, when his father died, he had to support his family. Thus, he discontinued the seminary. Later on, with the request of Bishop Hatterford, he re-entered seminary in Baltimore to be ordained as a priest in 1877. Father Michael ministered to a heavily Irish-American immigrant community in Connecticut. At a time of anti-Catholic sentiment, he worked tirelessly to offer practical solutions to their many problems, either spiritual or temporal. Father Mcgivney worked closely with the young people of St. Mary's Parish, holding catechism classes and organizing a total abstinence society to fight alcoholism. In an era when parish clubs and fraternal societies had wide popular appeal, the young priest felt there should be some way to strengthen religious faith and at the same time provide for the financial needs of families overwhelmed by illness or death of the breadwinner. Thus, he gathered a group of men in the basement of St. Mary's Church in New Haven to work together to help those in trouble. This is the beginning of Knights of Columbus, which would bind Catholicism and Americanism together through the faith and bold vision of the New World's discoverer. From the moment he launched it, the organization fortified Catholics in their faith, secured them financially in a hostile world, and strengthened their self-esteem. On May 27, 2020, Pope Francis approved the promulgation of a decree recognizing a miracle, that is, healing an unborn baby with a fatal diagnosis, which is attributed to the intercession of Father Mcgivney, paving the way to beatification. Thus, he was beatified on 31st October 2020. The 4 towers of the international headquarters symbolize the Order's worldwide commitment to charity, unity, fraternity, and patriotism. More than 14,000 fraternal councils are active in 13 countries. 1,700,000 Knights contributed over $143 million and more than 68 million hours of volunteer service for charitable causes during the last fraternal year. Such is the grandeur of this work. The Knights of Columbus is a Catholic men's charity organization. It is also one of the largest insurers in the world. Father Mcgivney is the first U.S. parish priest to be canonized ever. Let us all earnestly continue to pray. O great and glorious God, you imbued your holy priest, Father Michael Joseph Mcgivney, with the deep priestly virtue and especially with the pastoral concern for the poor, the orphan, the widow, for the Christian education of youth, for the protection of the faith of the working men of his day. Now that this priestly ministry continues to spread to countless millions throughout the world through the efforts and influence of the Order of Knights of Columbus, which Father Mcgivney founded.